Technically, it is not over yet. Another Tuesday, another round of primaries in the Democratic race for president.
They say it's not over till it's over, you know.
That's right.
Ryan Noble's live in Washington with a preview of what to expect tonight in Kentucky and Oregon. Ryan?
Yeah, I think Ursula and Steve, no one knows better than me that it's certainly not over quite yet. And Kentucky and Oregon are very different states. They're on different sides of the country, but they both contain the type of voter that Bernie Sanders does very well with. But even if Sanders were to sweep both states tonight, he will be no closer to clinching the Democratic nomination, but instead continue to raise doubts about Hillary Clinton's strength as a candidate.
He still may be in the fight, but his chances of winning have all but evaporated. Based on CNN estimates, Sanders cannot win enough pledged delegates to capture the nomination before the convention. Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, needs just 16% of the remaining delegates to be declared the presumptive nominee. Still, Sanders argues he matches up better with Donald Trump in the general election.
If you look at any of the polls that have been done in the last 6 weeks or so, virtually every single one of them have us, all of us, doing significantly better than Hillary Clinton in the race against Donald Trump.
Sanders' commitment to stay in the race continues to put Hillary Clinton in a difficult place. She doesn't want to alienate Sanders' voters, but she must begin to attack Donald Trump. She hasn't been afraid to bring up Trump's name on the stump, but now a powerful super PAC supporting her campaign has started running tough ads, hitting Trump on his treatment of women.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
This ad is running in several states, as Clinton supporters believe they cannot wait for the primary to end before attacking Trump.
I expect Bernie Sanders to go all the way through the end, and we're not focused on Bernie Sanders.
This as Team Sanders refuses to concede that the Vermont senator's presence in the race could be damaging to Clinton, instead arguing it will make the eventual Democratic nominee stronger.
As long as there's a Democratic primary process going on, people are talking about issues that are important not only to Democrats but to Americans as a whole.
And even though Kentucky is a state that may play well demographically for Bernie Sanders, it is a closed primary. So that means only Democrats can participate, no Republicans and no independents. Hillary Clinton has done very well in states that vote that particular way. Steve and Ursula?